Hello everyone, good evening. We are group 4. I'm Chen Wei. We have Hui Shanshen and Hao Jiesun. Our group's topic is liquid soap. We are focused on changing the traditional liquid soap container. Changing its form can solve the problem of waste in packaging and the environmental problem. Liquid soap is translucent viscous liquid. It's obtained through plastic-based pressing pump hand. Household liquid soap is about 500 ml, and the cube structure leads to the residue liquid in the corners. The main container for liquid soap is transformed cube. It's labeled on the outside to describe the product information and the net content. This hand wash in plastic bottles is an environmental risk product. It means that the traditional container have a short service term. Consumers keep purchasing new liquid soap after discarding their last one. Waste plastic containers and chemicals are harmful to the environment. We analyze the data of production, packaging, transport, and recycling. Let's move to the production. There are many chemicals and plastic materials, such as the PTE and the PP. It was noting that a small spring that serves the press pump is easily overlooked. We think this is also a bad point for recycling, although it doesn't need to be sold in cardboard bags individually. The hard plastic handling itself is a challenge. Let's move to the usage. Users place their palm under the press pump hand and press with other hand to get the liquid soap and wash it. However, a small amount of liquid continues to overflow during the pump rebound. After using the liquid of the whole bottle, users throw it all into the trash. So how to dispose it? Plastic bottles are usually sent to landfill and ocean dumping. However, the chemicals left in the bottles are harmful, which means that their treatment is not necessarily recyclable. It is sold to more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. It's usually available in supermarkets, pharmacies, and 7-Eleven. Its demand skyrocketed during the epidemic. So we redesigned the container. The liquid soap is coated with PVA water-soluble film beads. Each condensation bead is designed to be used once a month. And we also considered paper boxes as a new container to solve the problem of plastic from the source. Next, my members will present the redesign details for you.
Based on Naomi's introduction to the design of traditional liquid soap, considering the waste and the low utilization rate caused by design defects, we put forward the idea of codifying the liquid. By querying relevant information, we envisioned the gel base of liquid soap. By investigating the user's amount of hand cleaning each time, the target packaging changes are made to ensure that the user has enough usage without causing waste. The outer membrane of the liquid soap base will use polyvinyl alcohol as the main raw material, which is a water-soluble material that degrades into carbon dioxide and water after dissolution, and can be completely biodegraded in nature. It will not remain on the skin during daily cleaning. In addition to avoiding the condensation of beads in contact with the humid environment, it's very convenient and environmentally friendly as a daily requirement. The polymer material properties of the beads also give it versatility and can be used in various fields. Especially in terms of environmental protection, PVA is a product with high technological content and high added value. Therefore, no matter whether it's in the selection of raw materials or in the process of processing and consumption, no toxic and harmful substance will be released. On the whole, PVA is a material that is conducive to environmental protection and green consumption, and the liquid soap base made of this material are also environment-friendly products. In terms of containers, we consider using cartons of packaging, and at the same time, the product also considers different conditions, such as household and public, so as to provide different sizes of base for users with different needs, such as for public place. We have designed this kind of machine that can be loaded with base. Taking into account the environment and environmental requirements in order to more easily understand the remaining amount of base, a transparent PC panel will be used in front of the machine. Compared with other materials, the PC panels are environmental materials with good light transmittance and impact resistance, and the weight of the PC panel is only half of the glass. These devices are usually installed in areas such as public toilets, and these places are usually damp and vulnerable. Taking these conditions into account, high-density polyurethane materials will be used on the overall casing and the internal parts of the machine. This material can replace steel products in strength. It not only has excellent characteristics such as anti-aging, health, non-toxicity, and good chemical stability. HDPE is also an environmentally material that can be recycled. In the context of environmental protection, recycling, and cost saving, the product is maximized for environmental protection by investigating the characteristics of various materials.
We redesigned it to maximize the use of the hand sanitizer. It makes up for the structural defects existing in the original packaging. The new design addresses issues such as liquid residues and human waste. Because of the material properties of PVA, we can pack the beads in paper boxes. Cartons reduce material costs and environmental pollution in both production and recycling. In terms of device design, the device has a long life cycle because of the advantages of materials. The device replenishes beads as required. In the event of malicious sabotage, the PDHE and PC materials used can also be recycled. According to the website's algorithm and material research, in-date feedback, in the case of the same transport packaging, transport mode, and capacity, we can see from the date that the original design cost was 5.85. After using PVA materials for a packaging redesign produced only 0.95 of consumption. When it comes to recycling, cartons are also more recyclable than plastic. In a public place, on a single-date basis, the consumption generated by the device carrying the beads is much higher than the original packaging design. But the life cycle of a bead loading device is very long. Based on the feedback from the date, we can calculate that all consumption after more than 57 bottles of hand sanitizer is waste. According to our user research, we can use an internal bottle of hand sanitizer in a public place in just one day. Hand sanitizer wears off faster in a crowded stores. It takes about 2 months to use 57 hand sanitizer in public place. Although each bottle of hand sanitizer only cases 5.85 waste of resources, the wasted resources will be very large over time. We want to show you this date. HDPE is a material that has a lifespan of 50 years. Assume that the device has a 40 years life cycle without being maliciously sabotaged. In terms of production alone, the original design needs to consume 2,135.25 resources a year. The amount of wasted resources in 10 years is 21,352.5 and the amount of waste resources in 40 years is 85,410. With the progress of science and technology, more environmentally friendly materials appear. We want to be able to change the existing design from the material, reduce resources consumption and waste through our redesign. Thank you for your listening.